Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have something for you. I'm using the Carnival Antidote palette from Bperfect Cosmetics and Stacey. I just can't get enough of this palette. I did plan out some looks which I will preview you here. Half of them are soft glam, more wearable more wearable looks, and the other half are more bold and colorful glams. So one of my friends challenged me to do look using the palette in the sections that Stacey split them up in. So basically you have your warms, bronzy fall tones, followed by your more soft glam bridal section here, which is a section I'll be using today. And then your more olive and green tones that play into the fall glam. And also just keep in mind this technique I do. You can use any blend of eyeshadows with it, any color. Just use the same techniques that I did and it'll come out perfect almost every single time without a doubt. So if you want to see how I got this eye look and finished off the look, please keep watching. Alright, so the first eyeshadow is going to be the eyeshadow Bone. And you're going to just take a large packing brush, put that all under the eyebrow. This just helps to brighten that area without being shimmery, but still give it a nice light pop. And also when you add any other eyeshadows, it helps you blend it out into the brow bone. Alright, now I'm taking my brown eyeliner. This is Milani waterproof eyeliner in semi-sweet. You want to start at the outside corner of your eye where your crease starts to bend. Then you drag that diagonally downwards as close as you can to your lash line so that it gives you a base of the shape that we're going to start with. And then you follow that with the eyeshadow. I'm taking the eyeshadow Chestnut and buffing that in. Once you have that down as well on the other eye, you're going to take a dense blending brush and the eyeshadow Chestnut again. You just want to start packing that on the outer corner. The outer corner you want to lift a little bit on the very outside edge, and then you're going to follow that diagonal shape to start blending it onto the lash line. And don't worry if it gets crazy. Again, you know my looks, you gotta trust the process and we'll eventually get there. Once you have the shapes somewhat similar, again, they're not perfect, that's fine. We're gonna move on to the next eyeshadow. So now you're taking a fluffy pointy brush and the eyeshadow Dusk. This is gonna go basically like the beginning of your top of your crease. You're gonna connect the outer corner and shape it all the way into the inner corner. Once you're done with that, we're going to move on to the next shadow. We're going to use the eyeshadow stone to blend over that dusk shadow. You're basically going to follow the same shape, you just want to blend it out higher into the brow bone a little. Now to connect and blend that outer corner even more, you're going to take the Lotta Latte eyeshadow on a blending brush and you're going to follow that same shape that you did over the dark brown color. Then you're going to blend that diagonally upward into the crease color that we laid down. It's just going to make a connection there and help you blend out. To continue the blend, you're going to take that same eyeshadow brush from earlier with the Stone and Dusk eyeshadows. Don't add any extra product, just use it to buff out the edges. Once you're done with the blend on both eyes, we're going to start with the lid. For this, I always like to carve out my lid just because I have a hooded eye, and this helps me to have more definition and more space to work with. It can be a little tricky getting the shape down, but just take your time, pat on the concealer. Once you have the concealer to the height that you want it, you just connect that all the way down in a slight curve to your inner corner. This really helps to shape your eyes and your eyeshadow look even more. Alright, so don't forget to breathe. I feel like every time I do this, I forget to breathe and then I have to catch my breath. But once you're done with the first eye, the hard part is getting the other one to match. Again, take your time, be patient, pat on the product, don't swipe, otherwise you'll get a crazy mess. Another tip for this is to always start on your bad eye, meaning the eye that you have the most trouble working with. Just because once you get that bad eye done, you'll be more at ease and it'll be more comfortable to work on your good eye. I don't know if that makes sense, but usually the good eye is always the fastest one to get down and just fix any little things that you can without stressing over messing up. Don't forget to pat off and swipe off any excess concealer because we don't want our eye to be cakey and creasing, so that the next step will help us continue our prep for our lid colors. As always, it's going to be the NYX glitter primer. Before I use any kind of shimmers, you just need a dot and you follow that exact same shape you just laid down. Alright, so our NYX glitter primer is on. Go ahead and flip your brush and dip it into the eyeshadow glisten, and it's just a beautiful champagne pearly color. And you want to pat that all on the areas where you use the NYX glitter primer. And you're gonna then take a little fluffy packing brush with the eyeshadow elixir. This is like a chocolate brown shimmer. It's super gorgeous and it'll help you get that blend. Moving on to the bottom lash line, I'm going to take the packing brush and Lotte Latte eyeshadow for the outer half. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other eye. To blend out the inner half, you're going to take the eyeshadow Dusk. And then on a small pencil brush, take some stone eyeshadow and buff that out just a little. Now that we have our basic shadows and shape down, just go ahead and fix anything you see that needs fixing. You can add shadows back in for depth and blend them out if the shape needs to be adjusted. Just any little thing you notice to get them looking more symmetrical. And don't forget that inner corner highlight. You know, I can't do an eyeshadow look without it. I'm using the eyeshadow Oyster in the inner corner. It's a little bit more of a pinky pearly color, but it still worked. Alright, and now you caught me mid-break. I had a lunch break and also finished my hair. And now I'm going to do the final touches on the eye, taking the liquid eyeshadow from the Antidote collection. This is in the color Sugar Maple. Take your time with it. You basically want to follow the shape you had already on your crease. So just go from the inner corner all the way up to the crease. I'm gonna finish off the lashes off camera and be right back to show you the lip combo. If only were that easy to put on lashes, right? Okay, I did also go in with the lip liner. The LA Girl Bare Lip Liner Pencil. I love it, it's one of my favorites. And for lipstick, I'm gonna go in with this Laura Mercier lip color in the shade Play. Shout out to my friend Shannon, she gifted this to me. I love it because it pulls those orangey peachy tones that I'm using. And you could totally leave it like this, but I do like shiny glossy lips. So I'm going to go in with this NYX Filler Instinct Plumping Lip Gloss. It's just a clear one. And that, my friends, is the finished look. It's one of the more soft glam wearable looks that you can do with this palette. You know me, I had to go in and throw some detail in the eyes, so that's why I threw in that liner, which is the Carnival Liquid Shadow, part of this collection on the Antidote, and this is the shade Sugar Maple. You could have totally left the look without it, and that would have been perfect too, but I just love adding little things. It's all about the details for me, so definitely love the way this look turned out. As always, thank you so much for coming back and tuning into my channel. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to subscribe and share, and I'll see you in my next video.